Hi everybody, how is everybody tonight? Welcome to Stamping with Julia. This is my Facebook page, so if you're out there watching, say hi so I know I'm not talking to myself. So I have been a little MIA. Vacations, summertime just kind of get the best of me. I love to garden, so I'm out in the gardens. But the biggest thing lately has been vacations. So I went on a vacation with my husband, a little long weekend away, and now I'm headed on a family vacation to Tennessee. So in between packing and all that fun stuff, I was able to get up here in my stamp room and find a little time. And I challenged myself, so I had a bunch of open packages of DSP, Designer Series Paper, for those of you guys that don't know what DSP stands for. And I decided to just go with some scrap pieces that were in the DSP and try to see if I could just come up with some different cards with some of the scrap pieces that were in the DSP. I find Designer Series Paper to be very inspiring because most of it is just gorgeous and beautiful. So for me, it's always a good place to go to get me inspired to create something. So I am working with the zinnia paper. That was my first package that I grabbed. I was inspired flowering zinnias. This is a 12 by 12 DSP. So I have a lot of little pieces in there. Hello, Chelsea. Hi, Chloe. Are y'all packed? Grandma is. I'm actually all packed and I have almost everything in the truck. So I'm almost ready. So, all right. So this Designer Series paper, I got a little inspired because Mariah came over this morning. Mariah's my daughter. And we did a whole bunch of bouquets out of the garden, and the zinnias are really starting to come in. So I got a little inspiration from the zinnia paper this morning. So I have a bunch of, these are 1 inch by 3 3/4 pieces, okay? I cut those from my scraps that were in my package. I have a piece of old olive, 4 by 5 1/4, and then I have a piece of berry burst, which I'm gonna use as our card base, okay? I didn't even grab the zinnia stamp set because I'm not even gonna use it, so work in process. Oh, I cleaned my car earlier too. I didn't like go crazy, but I did clean it and wash the windshield so I could see. So I think I'm gonna start with this jazzy one right here. And I'm just gonna put some adhesive on the back, and we're gonna start over here on this side. Oops, supposed to be starting on the old olive piece. So I'm gonna do straight on this side to give me my borders. And then I think I'm gonna kind of lay this out a little bit just so I know what one I'm gonna end with. And so you can do this anyway. You can do it straight, you can do them zigzagged, you can do it any way you want. So basically we're kind of like making up our own DSP using scraps of DSP. So I'm gonna put this one over here so that I have my start and my finish. All right, now I'm gonna go kind of crazy and I'm not gonna lay these straight. So we're gonna lay this one at an angle going this way. We're gonna lay, and our Designer Series paper has a pattern on both sides. And then we're gonna go one going, kind of going that way. And then let's have this one going this way. So like I said, you can do this any way you want. Hi Patricia, how are you? How is California? We're having some very hot and humid weather here. Kind of done with the humidity myself, but it was so nice at the beach. because you know at the beach there's always a nice breeze. So there's, what do you think of that? See how simple that was? And I think it's really pretty. And it shows off that paper. A little bit of each. This would be a great card for you to send to someone who maybe bought the package of paper, if you're a demonstrator like me, and you're looking to send something to someone, a little thank you for their purchase. This would be a really nice card to send if they purchase this paper, because it's kind of a little sampling of all the paper, okay? Now, I've grabbed my Sweetly Scripted stamp set, and I wanted to mention this because this is an online exclusive. Keep on track of those online exclusives, because as online exclusives get added, things get taken away. So you really want to check those out, and if there's anything on there, you kind of want to get it sooner than later. You don't want to get caught with your pants down, so to speak. All right, so I am going to do a million thanks, because we're going to make a thank you card. So let's see. It's this one here. And I'm going to grab a block to put this on. And I think I'm going to go with the purple, which I believe is Gorgeous Grape. So I'm going to grab my Gorgeous Grape. It's warm 90s, no humidity here. You are lucky, because that humidity kicks my butt, let me tell you. It really does. All right, so we're just going to ink that up. We're going to go gentle, because that's kind of a fine little stamp there. And we are going to stamp it on this scrap of white that I found in my white bucket. And it goes back to that saying of how small of a piece do you save? Well, that's a nice little strip. So I'm going to cut my end off there, and I'm going to cut my end off over here. And then I'm going to cut myself some little flags here. So has anybody else been on vacation? What fun things have you guys done on vacation? I hope everybody's going on vacation. And do you guys stamp on your vacation? Do you bring some crafts with you? I am actually bringing some crafty stuff with me, because you never know when you get a rainy day or just need some downtime. All right, so that's a little too long. So I'm gonna cut my little tail off over here and put in a new dart, a flag. Okay, there we have it. That looks better. Now I'm gonna grab some dimensionals, and I think I've got to go over here because I used them up, the other ones that I was using. Let's see. I'm gonna go with the mini dimensionals, but I am gonna grab a big thing of regular dimensionals, because I know I used those up earlier. I like to bring paper pumpkin, so while we're talking about paper pumpkin, this one is A Time for Cake. This one is good until August 10th, so you have until next weekend to decide whether or not you want to purchase this. Paper Pumpkin is our monthly subscription. There's another little tidbit of it. Kind of looks like it's going to be a birthday one. And it comes with a number stamp set, so that's pretty cool, because who doesn't need a number stamp set in their collection, right? I know I do. All right, so Paper Pumpkin's a good one to bring on vacation. All of our kits are really a great thing to bring on vacation. So we have some really fun ones. You can go online, they're all in my online store, and check all those out. And the other thing is, look at our annual catalog on the front. It looks like summertime and everybody's sitting around a picnic table with outdoor lighting, a little something to drink. So it is a fun activity. And don't think you can't take your stamping outside, because there's a perfect example. So everybody should be stamping year round, right? I just find it hard in the summertime for me to find more time to do it. So, all right, I'm gonna put a little bling on here. So I'm gonna grab my adhesive back shiny sequins. These match this bundle. Okay, so they have the same colors. So I'm gonna grab this really fun green. We're gonna put one right there. Let's do a green up in here. Let's do a green on the purple. All right, and I think that's, well, let's put a couple more. Let's do 5. Let's do, let's do one up. Let's do one up here, and let's do another one on this one down here. How's that? There we go. So it adds a little bling, really simple. Now if I had my stamp set out here, I would probably stamp my zinnias on the inside and also on my envelope, okay? And I didn't even think to grab the zinnia stamp set, so I'll do that after, okay? All right, so moving right along. The other thing I did was I always come up here into my stamp space and I always end up doing some cleaning and picking up. And one of the things that I was working on was the Christmas in July. So I happen to have some pieces and parts of stuff sitting around from my Christmas in July. So let's make a card. So we have a piece of Mossy Meadow. This is our card base. All right, I have a piece of Very Vanilla. Then I'm going to put on the inside. Here's my finished card. Okay, and I have my Very Vanilla on the inside. I'm going to put that over here so I have something to look at. I've already gone ahead and stamped the mistletoe and cut that out, so we're going to put that over there. I have some squares that have this really fun stitching around the outside edge, okay? And I have 2 of those that I've layered together. I have a vanilla one and a cherry cobbler. I have a cherry cobbler 4 by 5 1/4 piece, okay? And I have a bunch of strips that I found in the designer series paper. This is the green and gold bundle that is also online right now. And those squares come from Stylish Shape Dies, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead with my strips, all right? And I'm gonna do this one that has the mistletoe on it, all right? And I'm going to put some, now I did 1/2-inch strips, and one of the reasons I did 1/2-inch strips is because my Stampin' Seal is a 1/2 inch wide. So I can go right down through there just like that. All right, now I'm gonna take this first one, and on my cherry cobbler, I'm gonna lay this right across the diagonal, okay? Just like that, okay? And then just press it down. I'm gonna take my snips and I'm just gonna cut that piece off like that. That piece is a little too short, but now I want the gold side. So on this side, we have this really pretty gold pattern. And again, I'm just using my Stampin' Seal. Now you could use whatever adhesive works for you. Now, when I lay this one down, I'm gonna leave about 1/8 of an inch between the two so that that cherry cobbler pops out through there. And then we're just gonna come in and we're gonna cut this guy off. And then we're gonna do the same thing on that side, and that one too is not long, quite long enough. So let's grab one of these. And I started out with 1, 2, 3, 4 of these strips. Okay, so now I'm gonna lay this one on this side. Just like that, press it down. Cut that off. Now let's see, oh, that's plenty long enough, so let's use that one. And again, we're just gonna lay that right across there with that little bit of 1/8 of an inch sticking out. And you guys can see where I'm going with this, right? Really simple, but what a fun way to use up. And I love this suite a lot, but it is a Christmas suite and it has no red in it. So I thought, wouldn't this be fun to give this a little pop of the red, okay? So now we're gonna do the gold again. And we're just gonna do a little bit like that. And then we need a piece down on this end. Just like that. Okay, snip that off. Now we need 2 of the little green sides. Just like that. Snip that off. And a little green on the other one. And then we're going to end with just a little bit of gold on each one. And there you have it. What a fun background, right? I was pretty impressed. All right. Now, I like to take a bigger pair of scissors just because I like to be able to see what I'm doing, and I just like, for this particular activity, I like a little bit bigger pair of scissors, but we're gonna go on the back side now, and we're just gonna come down through, and we're gonna cut all those off, all our little tails. Just like that. And then up this side, and you might want to make sure you have a little bit of rubbing alcohol because, you know, you got a little bit of stamp and seal on the back here, so when you're done, you're going to want to wipe off your scissors, because otherwise, the next time you're going to use them, you're going to be mad because they're sticking to everything, or stuck shut. All right. And then we're going to come up here with this one. And then my final side. All right, and there you have it. Isn't that pretty? I thought it was very pretty, to be honest with you. And it used up some DSP that was, now you could do different. You don't have to do, I just happen to have a bunch of these little strips in my paper, but this is what I mean. I looked at my paper, saw what I had, and then just tried to come up with something a little creative for you guys. All right, so there's my second layer. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put that right on that mossy meadow piece, okay? Just like that. Okay, there you have it. Now we have our mistletoe that I've already cut out. Let's do something with this. I'm gonna grab my mossy meadow, and I have It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. That is out of the stamp set, Greetings of the Season, that goes with this suite that can be found online. All right, now I am finding that this particular suite, you really want to use your rubber mat, or your foam mat rather. I am having issues with it smudging otherwise, so I am trying to be diligent, there you go, about using my foam mat when I'm using this stamp set. Now, the other thing that I put on, so I layered this right onto the card, flat, just like that, and then I did dimensionals on the back of this guy. I vacuumed my room, but I'm now flicking little dimensional papers all over the place. All right, so the other thing I grabbed was, this is in the annual catalog. This is the gold and the silver that is in there. It's a little bit different. It's not twine, it's more of a ribbon, okay? It does have a front and a back, which I was a little disappointed about. I was hoping, but the back is pretty easy for you to go ahead and twist. So when you're making your bows, everything comes out okay. So I did make a little gold bow here. And as you can see, I was able to twist it and get both sides pointing out. So I was happy with that. It is a pretty flexible ribbon and easy to work with. And like I said, it's in the annual catalog and it comes in both the gold and the silver. All right, now I'm gonna put this right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of Stamp and Seal right there. I'm gonna cover it up with my, and then I put a nice little glue dot on the back of my ribbon. And we're gonna put it right there. How's that? Whoops, I didn't want to cover up my words. So I'm gonna make my bow a little smaller just by pulling it, pulling my little tails. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do, what do we got going on here? There. So then I'm just going to cut my little tail smaller. There. And there you have it. There's the little bow on the side. I also grabbed my sequins that are in, I thought I had them out here. Here they are. So I grabbed these sequins. These are the naturals or neutrals. And I used the gold ones on those. So I did put a little gold. I did 1, 2, 3. Let me grab me, take your pick tool, get some stuff out of my way here. All right. Oh, I need those. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. All right, so there you have it. This is a really fun background. I'll be doing this again because I really like this a lot, and I thought it came out pretty good, and I really liked it a lot. So great way to use up some little strips of paper that you've got laying around in that DSP. And like I said, you don't have to use just the 2. You could have done different ones, and I liked it on the diagonal. And if you notice, we got our diagonals going different ways here. One's going one way, one's going the other way. So kind of cool. All right. As always, DSP is always a lot of fun. So this one here, I've just gone ahead with a white card base. I've cut the bells out of the DSP. I used the piece of the DSP across the bottom to decorate my card. On the front, I've layered the garden green with just a full piece of the DSP, just like that. Then I've grabbed, there's my bells to cut out. And then I just did a piece of the striped on the back side going across there. And then I just did a piece that was a little bit more active with a lot of the gold accents going across there. This one, oh, nope, that's the whiter one. That one's the one that goes on inside. This is the thinner one, okay? Again, I've used my gold. I did Happy Holidays this time, and again, I used the gold sequins. So I happen to have some bigger pieces of DSP in this package, so I ended up just kind of going crazy. But I also used up some of my little strips as little accent pieces on my cards. Okay, so there's that one. So a lot of fun. And then because I had so much of that particular DSP, I also did the envelope. So I did the envelope to match. Okay, so another way to use up another strip or piece of DSP is to put it on your envelope so you have a matching envelope. So, like I said, these were all inspired by the pieces of DSP that I had that were already cut into that were in the package. Okay, all right, like the sparkle. Yes, that is a sparkly one. That paper is very sparkly, very pretty, very Christmassy. All right, and then we have this one. This one was Latte Love. We love this one. This, again, is another online exclusive. Again, I just wanted to mention to you guys, please be watching those online exclusives and make sure that you don't miss out because this whole bundle or suite is online exclusive, okay? So now on this one, I used a white piece for my card base, okay? And then I grabbed a piece of Calypso Coral. Again, inspired by the DSP, I stick with the colors, okay? Here's a piece of DSP that we're gonna put right on the top, okay? This one's already all stamped and everything. I'm gonna put this one together for you. All right, so there's my card base, all right? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put this piece of DSP, oh look, coffee splatters on the other side. So you could do it either way. I just happen to do the blue. I actually wish I'd done the coffee splatters now on the other side because I would have liked to see how, but I had already started putting down my adhesive, so we'll just stick with what I've already done. Fun thing about DSP, it's got really cool colors or really cool patterns on both sides. So I have a little secret to tell you. If you like our DSP, guess what? It's gonna be on sale. Starting August 5th or 6th. I can't remember when, but I'll be posting it, so follow my page and you'll see a post. But either on the 5th or the 6th, I want to say it's the 6th, all the DSP is going to be 15% off for the month of August. So how fun is that, right? All right, now I've gone ahead and see all these little pieces that I had in my package. So I'm just going to make a little pattern over here on the side. So we have this cute little one here with the coffee cups. And then we have our coffee splatters. And we're going to just put that right down here. Then we had a couple strips that are a little bit bigger. This one has the coffee beans on the back side. And then it has this really cool plaid on this side. And we're just going to go ahead and put that right up here. And then we have the piece with our coffee spills, or and I actually think I'm going to use that side on this one. And on the other side it has what looks like the tops of the coffee cups, where they make the pretty little decoration in the milk and whatever on the top. Okay, then I've gone ahead and I've stamped those 2 images, cut them out, and on this coffee mug I wrote "You're the best part of my day," or I stamped, I didn't write. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this one flat. This one's going to get some dimensionals. And again, like I said, all these were inspired by the little pieces of paper that were in the package. So I've used all these papers before, but I just, had little extras, okay? I've gone ahead and I've done that on the envelope. I've grabbed the adhesive back swirl dots. These are really cool. They're in, and they have like what looks like little brown swirls on them, which is really cool. I've gone ahead and I put 5 of those on there. Okay, and then on the inside, I stamped my little mug again, which I think is really cute. So there you have it. So that's what I did. One of the reasons I wanted to show you some great ideas with the DSP is because we have this really great sale coming up with all the DSP is going to be 15% off. So you're not going to want to miss that. Let me show you all my cards. All right, here we go. All made with little scraps and strips of paper that were in the packages of the DSP. Really simple. But it got me up here in my craft room, got me making a little something something. So now I'm all ready to head out on my vacation. I got my craft fix. I am going to be taking a couple of paper pumpkins with me, or some kits. I also am working on cross stitch right now, and some diamond painting. So I have all 3 of those things packed in my bag to take with me on my little vacation. And I don't even know if I'll have time to even look at any of them, but I'll have them with me anyway, right? All right, guys, thank you so much for stopping in tonight. Don't forget, last month you earned $5 coupons. All those you guys that bought stuff from me, thank you very much, that placed orders. Hopefully you're going to have to look through your emails to find those codes for those $5 coupons, but you can start redeeming those starting tomorrow. So if you are interested, or actually I think you can redeem them now. I think it started August 1st. But anyway, you can go ahead and redeem those. But if I was you, I'd wait till the 5th or the 6th, whichever the day is that starts the DSP sale, and get your DSP on sale, plus use your $5 off coupons. So wouldn't that be fun? You get a really good deal on upcoming, and have some great papers for the upcoming holidays if you want to do holiday paper, or I love that zinnia paper. That's a really nice one. So, all right, guys, hopefully I have inspired you, got you thinking, and all that fun stuff. So if you are out there and are getting ready to go on your vacation, I hope you have a great one. I hope you enjoy. I'm hoping that you are enjoying your summer as much as I am. I've had a really good summer so far, and I'm hoping to continue on having another great rest of my summer. One of the places that I sell my cards actually contacted me yesterday and said she's ready for fall cards. I'm not ready for fall cards just yet. So anyway, all right, guys, have a great rest of your night. I will be gone all next week, so there'll be no Facebook Lives, but I will be back The following week, I might do an impromptu live. Maybe I'll do an impromptu live somewhere in between there, but we'll see. I'm not sure. But anyway, check my schedule. Like I said, I'll be away on vacation all next week, so there will not probably be any lives. But when I get back, we'll get back onto our regular schedule and regular routine. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your night. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your August. And hopefully we'll all be stamping together real soon. As always, thanks for watching.